Hi guys, thanks for stopping by. In today's video, I'm going to show you exactly what happened when I ordered expensive boots off of a Facebook ad. If this sounds like something you're interested in, then just keep watching. My name is Teresa. I'm so glad that you're here. Now let's get started. If you haven't watched my previous video where I ordered a bunch of clothes off of Facebook ads, I will try to remember to link that in the cards above. I have to tell you that that did not go as well as I had hoped, and I have some concerns about these boots that I'm about to show you. When I did the previous video, I ordered very inexpensive items. Some of them were as little as $10. The boots that I'm about to show you were $209. Now I have to preface this by saying that I typically buy all of my shoes off season off of clearance racks, and in most cases I will tap out when the price gets to be around $59.99. So the fact that I spent $200 on a pair of boots has me unnerved in the first place. On top of that, I don't know if these are any good, so we're going to find out. This is the outer packaging that the boots arrived in. I have not opened this yet. We're going to see these together. I do want to point out that I 100% paid for these boots out of my own money, which really makes me nervous because I hope I didn't throw this money out the window. Let's find out. On top of the box is a little packet of information, and it does have the company logo Freebird by Steven on it. Inside is a note that talks primarily about their return policy. And if all of this is correct, it sounds like they do have a good return policy. They do warn you that the items must not be worn, that you can try them on in a carpeted area, but if they show any signs of wear, they are not going to take them back. It looks like you have a good month to return things, which is good because I've been sitting on this package for a little while. So this is different. You know how when you buy boots, a lot of times there's tissue paper or plastic separating the boots so that they don't rub against each other and scuff? This is actually a Freebird cloth, and I'll bring this in closer to show you. And underneath of this cloth is our first look at the boots. I do find it interesting that they used all of this fabric to make a boot separator. I feel like they could have actually made this into a dust bag, but that's just a minor thing. And here is our first look at these boots. Of course, I'm going to take these out. And here is the boot, and this is called the Coal Stone. And I noticed several things right away, so I'm just going to go ahead and dissect this boot for you. I will say that at a glance, this boot does look like the picture online. I want to point something out, and I don't know if this is just part of this particular boot, but I'm noticing some little dots that almost look like ink marks. However, that could just be the nature of this variegated material. I want to show you something that I'm not loving. I don't know if this is intentional to make this look distressed, but see how there's this white substance and then it kind of goes over onto the shoe? I can't tell if it's a defect or if it's supposed to look like this way because it is a distressed boot. There is an inside zipper for easy on and off. It also laces up on the back. This is what the sole looks like, and again, I can't tell if this is just meant to look distressed. I'm a little bit concerned about all the smooth surface. I hope that it doesn't make them slippery to walk on. It has a little bit of tread on the bottom of the heel, but it's not a deep tread for sure. Something that I am loving, and I noticed right away, is instead of just being stuffed with paper to keep their shape, these boots actually came with shapers. Let me pull them out. Now there was the standard crumpled paper in the toe, but I would expect that. And this is what the shaper looks like. It has this denim fabric with the embroidered company logo, which I think is a very nice touch. And then that is attached to a piece of foam that is the shape of the boot. And I do like how this will keep the top of the boot shaped when they're not in use. Now, because I'm all about comfort, I have stuck my entire arm into this boot because I wanted to see what the sole felt like. And I do feel some padding right at the arch, and I'm happy about that. I won't really know how comfortable these are until I have them on my foot, but I just wanted to kind of see what was on the inside of the boot. The heel is a stacked block heel, and this is just the sweet spot for me. Of course, that depends on how comfortable they are, but I like the heel so far. Here is the inner label, and I noticed right away that these are made in Mexico. I hate to say it, but I half expected that these would be made in China. I can definitely smell the suede and the leather smell coming off of this. And this does say that it has a leather upper, a leather liner, and a leather sole. My initial thought on the leather is it still feels a little bit stiff and almost vinyl-y, but I suspect that as these are worn that this is the kind of leather that breaks in and gets more supple over time. I also want to pay particular attention to the stitching. The stitching looks like a fairly decent job. And you'll notice that this boot has several colors. I picked this out intentionally because it did. It has this kind of stone gray color as the primary color, and then there is also brown leather. I feel like this is going to make them go with absolutely everything. I do want to point out that because I don't have an issue with the boots, meaning that they do fit, they are the correct boot, they look like the picture, I haven't had to reach out to customer service at Freebird by Steven, so I don't have any way of knowing how responsive their customer service team is, so just bear that in mind. But my overall impression, they shipped in a timely manner, they look like the picture, they definitely feel like leather, I just feel like they need to be broken in, and I will say that they are properly represented. Unlike a lot of the clothing that I got in my previous video, some of those pieces were laughable. If I were in a Macy's shopping in the shoe department and I saw these from across the aisle, I know that I would be drawn to them like a moth to the flame because of the aesthetic. I would see the price tag and hesitate because I typically buy clearance shoes. Once I touch the boot, I would expect something really, really luxurious. The leather feels like it's good quality. Does it feel luxurious yet? No, and I believe it's because it needs to be broken in. Would I buy these for $200 in a Macy's or somewhere like that? Possibly. So I need you to let me know what you think of these boots. I did want to come back on camera and point out that on my left foot, there is something profoundly poking my ankle. It may be that I need to adjust the lace-ups in the back, but right now this is going to be a no-go if it continues. I also forgot to mention that these boots originally were $350. I bought them at 30% off. I noticed this morning that on the website they are 50% off. I am on the fence about keeping these because it really is bothering my left ankle. Thanks so much for taking time out of your busy day to spend with me. I truly appreciate it. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and also consider hitting that subscribe and notification bell. That way you'll see my future videos. Until next time, bye guys.